From Florida, Mr. Crenshaw, the time you might consume.
Gentleman's recognized.
Thank the gentleman for yielding. Madam Speaker, the National Forest Service does a fantastic job of managing our nation's natural resources. They manage them in Florida as well as all across the nation. And they deserve to have the tools that they need to give them the flexibility to efficiently accomplish this job. And so that's why I've joined with my fellow colleagues from Florida, Alan Boyd and Jeff Miller, to introduce the bipartisan Florida National Forest Land Adjustment Act, and I strongly urge its passage. Each of us has focused on a portion of this bill to ensure this comprehensive measure represents a strong public policy which will enable the Forest Service to embolden its mission. Now, in Leon County, that's the capital of Florida, there's a 114-acre parcel known as W-17 or 1979. And it's a tract of land that's evolved into kind of an unmanageable problem for the Apalachicola National Forest, which is right outside Tallahassee. Because of its configuration and because of the commercial development around it, the vegetation can't be managed very well. They can't use prescribed fire. And so, although it's very important from a commercial standpoint and a developmental standpoint, it's really lost its national forest character. And so, in an effort to provide the Forest Service with a method to manage this land, my provision of our joint bill would simply add this tract of land to the list that the Secretary of Agriculture is empowered to sell. And any proceeds from that prospective sale would allow the Forest Service to purchase other lands within the forest, and they'd be more manageable, and that would enhance the national forest. So, Madam Speaker, this is the kind of flexibility that we think the National Forest Service ought to have. They can manage our nation's precious resources, not only for us, but for generations to come. And so I'm grateful for the work that my colleagues have put in on this and urge its adoption. And I yield back my time.
Gentleman from California.
Madam Speaker, I